What's poppin'? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I'm Wayno. How y'all feeling? I just want to tell each and every one of y'all thank you. We've reached over 65,000 subs. We're going to keep this going. I can't express to y'all how much it means to me every time somebody new comes to this channel and they stay. With that being said, if you like what I do, hit that sub button, hit the likes, run up that hype. Today, we talking about how people get finessed out of their bread. Now, we talking about game and him expressing that he's trying to help up and come an artist. But before I get to that, I just want to say this. Anytime you see an artist express or say anything on their stories, they Twitter, yo, I'm doing half off sales this weekend. I got verses for half off. Antennas go up. Antennas go up. Now, one thing about Game is that he's had a lot of success. He been doing this shit for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Documentary came out in 2005. It's 2025. Congrats on the 20th anniversary of an album like that. But who knew that 20-something years later, 20 years later to be exact, that we would be having these types of conversations. Before I even get to the situation with Game in its totality, I want to stress, and I cannot stress enough, that if you are an artist, an up-and-coming artist at that, there are tons of people that are trying to get in your pockets. Tons of people. That from managers, if a manager tells you that he wants you or she wants you to pay them to manage them, I'm talking about pay them a fee without them bringing you anything in. Managers are supposed to get commissions. It is a eat what you kill business. If they not hunting and killing, they don't eat, and neither do you. So don't allow no managers to come in and say, yo, I manage you for 5 bands a month. You know what I'm saying? Consulting is a different thing. Consulting, if you feel strong enough about somebody's, ideas, whatever, and they want to consult, do it, but be cautious about that as well, because you got other people that run into situations where I've seen it 100 times, yo, son got the bag, yo, like, I'm gonna just keep running it up on him, running you around circles, saying that they're gonna take you to meetings. A person to take you to a meeting with their friend, and then when you get there with their friend, they won't even know that they told them and their friend then charged you for a meeting. I've heard horror stories about that, how people charge people for meetings, all of that. It gets crazy. It gets crazy, and then I can't stress enough how I know it's difficult to be an up-and-coming artist. I've managed up-and-coming artists. I've turned artists that weren't doing much into things, you know what I'm saying? Numerous of them. Consulted them. It's a lot of people that y'all love that y'all have no idea about, that I done gave them a direction 1 or 2 times. So with that being said, artists, be careful. Now, let's talk about this situation with Game after this sponsored video. Yo, this video is brought to you by Jordan Craig Denim. Jordan Craig Denim is a brand, a family-owned brand, working in streetwear business over 30 years by the way of Queens, New York. On top of that, they got everything from premium denim. They got good sweatsuits, good jackets, all types of garments and all types of accessories for any and everything you need. A lot of people have wanted. Everybody from Allen Iverson, the Moneybag Yo, Shiloh Sanders, Paul Pierce, Vin Diesel. They got something for everybody. You know it's full time. You gotta get right. Go get you one of these sweatsuits. This sweatsuit I got on in particular is extremely comfortable. I can move around in it. It's comfy. I feel like I could wear this to go outside. I could wear this to the gym. I could wear this to go get my groceries, pick up my kids from school, whatever it is I need to be doing. Good airport fit. Jordan Craig got it. So if you like this sweatsuit or any of the stuff that you've seen, make sure that you hit jordancraig.com and use my code. Like I said, you support me, you support this channel, support Jordan Craig. So like I was saying, right, the situation with Game, it just comes at it's just weird, man. I ain't gonna lie, this shit weird, because when you see people that you respect, you don't usually see that that people can get access from them, right? Game is an artist that I feel should be even more respected for his pen, you know what I mean, for his skill set. But over the 20 years that we talked about and praised, you gotta also count into the fact that he has done a lot of questionable shit. You know what I'm saying? From the beefing to antics to all types of stuff. You know what I mean? And with that said, respect the Game. But listen, let's watch this video. Let's watch this video. And it has a lot of people talking on a whole lot of blogs, which he talks about as well. But let's watch this video, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about these type situations.
Check it out. All independent artists from around the world, I don't care where you from, DM the GOAT, get you a motherfucking murdered out verse, nigga. All right? ASAP, not playing. Fuck with all them motherfucking weird ass blogs saying all these hate niggas with my name in their mouth saying every day, if you pay for a verse, that bitch getting murdered, you gonna get it back ASAP. And niggas be mad. Niggas don't want to see y'all independent artists. They don't want to see y'all come up. That's why niggas don't never reach down and grab niggas, up and coming artists and independent artists, and do shit for them. Niggas want y'all to stay in the mud. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I've been an underground artist. I sold my motherfucking mixtape. I sold my demo. I slept in my car. I did everything I had to do to get on. So me, I'm looking out for independent artists, and I ain't gonna never stop that shit. These other niggas, they don't want to reach down and pull y'all out the mud. They want y'all to stay down there, my nigga. Niggas selfish, but me, I got you. Hit.
There's an old saying, an extremely old saying. Good dope sell itself. Say it again. Good dope sell itself. No, Umar, listen. Now, again, much respect the game and what he's built for himself. But brother, stop it. This is not no thing to build up and come an artist, because guess what? The verbiage down to the DMs, how they're written, this is stuff that we've seen from numerous artists over the past few years. This is not nothing new. I've seen artists. I tried to find the videos, but guess what? All the videos is going online. I even wrote it in ChatGPT, couldn't get them off of there. Wrote it in the Google, wrote it in the TikTok, any platform I could possibly use to try to find these videos where these artists is telling, yo, if you got an up and coming business, a clothing line, you sell cakes, you know what I mean? You do exclusive content on OnlyFans, hit me up and I could promote you. What? Nigga, what? You could promote me? Listen. Two things can be true. Do I believe that Game is doing this because he wants to support up-and-coming artists and all of that? No. Because if you want to do that, then you know as an up-and-coming artist that most of them ain't got no bread. Now, I don't know what a Game verse go for in 2025. I have no idea what a Game verse goes for in 2025, but I can assure you that the average artist don't have the money to pay for half of it. So, with that being said, he's putting this out to his millions of followers. Now, he's getting a lot of flack. Nigga getting a whole lot of flack regarding this, because people, it's hard to make people see you how they haven't seen you all these years. When you think of Game, right? Just the car aspect of Game. Game always got a Lambo. He always got some sort of fly exotic car or some shit, right? We just seen, what was that, last year or the year before, Kanye bought him 2 chrome Maybachs or some crazy shit, right? We always see Game. So I don't believe that Game just needs to pay a bill or two. I do understand, though, that this is something that is ran by a deeper, darker syndicate. Now I'm playing. I'm playing. But nah, man, this is some shit that been going on for a minute. I once seen artists that I had love for and respect for on their stories talking about some, yo, you need to get with my man. He fix credit, he do this. And this is why people don't be respecting y'all music when y'all come out with new music, because y'all got to do shit like this to keep yourselves afloat. Now, I'm speaking generally on the whole entire subject because, like I said, I've seen numerous people do this shit. Numerous people do this. But if you think for 1 second that people is just going to go for this, sadly mistaken. Case in point, Los. So Los is a rapper from Detroit, right? It was reported from Detroit Rap Daily, the Game reaching out to Detroit rapper Los through DM, but Los was not having it. Game says, right, he DMs him, he says, check you out, you hard. Let's kill shit. Where you from? And Los's response was Red Rose White Ceiling. You know what I mean? Trolling him in that regard. But then he puts this on his story and you can see what he said or whatever. But again, let's bring it all back and put it all in a perspective. If Game was going through something financially, I'm not going to laugh at him. I don't laugh at people who go through financial struggles or trouble. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been there. Mike Tyson ran through 150 million. So if you think that the person that's fronting every day, you know what I'm saying, the person that acts like they got this ultimate poise, that they never felt no hardship, that they not going through nothing while the world is going through shit, that they just exempt, you sadly mistaken. So if Game was going through something, I'm not going to laugh at him. All I say is don't use your craft as an accessible tool for anybody to get. Because hypothetically speaking, let's say Game is charging 5 bands for a feature. And he's like, yo, I give it to you for 2,500. I'm like, damn. So the nigga that done rapped with all of these people from Dr. Dre to 50 Cent, and I don't know what the Game verse costs, but the person that done rapped with these people and put out classic bodies of work, great records, diss battles, all types of shit, been doing it for 20 years, you could just access him like that. I think that people need to guard themselves. There once was an artist who had put up on they story one time, and I got a relationship with this person. I'm not gonna say their name, so don't ask me who. Yo, I'm doing features this whole week, 10K. You know what I'm saying? Come money ready, all of that. I hit them up and I was like, yo, listen. Yo, listen, bro. I watched you work to get yourself from one space to the next after that. You can't just be giving people verses for 10,000. Now, I get it, right? Like, if it's easy for you to just go record 10 verses, but you don't control, once you give somebody that part of your creativity, you don't control what they do or how they manipulate it. Now, the other caveat to the shit is this, is when people get these verses, then they want to put them out and they want to put them up. And from working in a label, I've gone through this. We about to drop something new on our artists, and somebody they did a feature with, whenever, puts the shit up, and now they done put it on their primary. So now they'll find ways to put it up to where the artist that's featured, it's in their newest songs released. They didn't get no clearance or nothing. Now what ends up happening is, for the label side, for the artist that's trying to put something out, we now have to go clean up on the back end and say, yo, listen, we got to hit Apple, we got to hit Spotify, we got to hit every DSP and be like, yo, take that shit down, because we didn't clear that. And then now that causes friction with the person who paid their money to this artist whenever they did this verse, and now they want to put it out. You know what I'm saying? I think that if you want to get verses from people, just go through the proper channels. I mean, you just go through the proper channels. But again, these situations, they don't build for nobody, right? Because another thing, and I want to tell y'all up-and-coming artists this, if you got a verse with somebody, if they not engaging with your shit, do not waste your money. Spend that money on marketing. Spend that money on doing more videos. Spend that money on doing more content or creating more projects. Let's say you an up-and-coming artist, you got 10 bands, and you like, yo, I just want to get one feature with somebody. And if I could get it, man, I know I'm out of here. So you pay them the 10 bands. And then you thinking, yo, I gave you 10 bands and my hard-earned. You could have been working a regular 9 to 5 to get it. You could have been in the street to get it. You could have robbed, stole, whatever you had to do to get that money, your prerogative. But let's say you give this person that money. To them, all you is a lick. It's like, shit, I just made 10 bands for a verse that I did 2 years ago, because they ain't going to tell you if they did that verse long ago. The connection that y'all are making is simply because you got the money and you want the access. But then when it's time for you to put your project out, or put the single out, or let's say you do the video, you pay $10,000 for the song, and then they manage it like, yo, listen, you want them to do this video? I'm gonna need another 5. You get another 5. You put the 5 into the song. Now you left with no money to promote. You just spent $15,000 on a song, and then you gonna say to the person, yo, bro, when this shit drop, could you post it on your story? And they gonna be like, man, you ain't pay me for that. You paid me for the verse. That's how the ecosystem of this rap should be going. And right now it's more worse than it's ever been. So just be very, very careful before you take your hard-earned money and put it in somebody's hand, thinking that that's gonna put you in the next space. Listen, when you get yourself popping, when you do the work and you get yourself popping, all of these same people is going to come to you to work with you anyway. They're going to try to sign you. They're going to do something with you. They're going to want you to pull up to a studio session just because anyway. You know what I mean? So just put your work in, man. Put your work in. Now, this entire video, this is not even to disrespect Game. I just want young, you know what I mean, up-and-coming artists, men and women, to be protected in these situations, because I've seen so many things go bad. So many things go bad because somebody pays for a verse, and then now you expect them, because you paid for a verse, that you about to get a relationship, and you don't. You only getting what you leaving with, and that's the vocals. And then even at that, if you do it with an artist that's signed, you got to go through that red tape, and then you might not know how to handle it. And then you can't even fight for yourself. So now you shit out of whatever money that you earn. Take the money that you working on. Take the money that you earning and work on putting it into, tangible things. Like I'll tell you like this, right? If you using a platform that you watching me on right now, like a YouTube, right? And you shot a video, you need to have content that goes along with that video. So pay somebody to do your BTS, your behind the scenes. Pay somebody to do extra content, whether that's you explaining what the song is, the creation of the song, you promoting the song. I see a lot of niggas joke on I'm a decent man dude because he ain't the best rapper, but I tell you one thing, he's promoting the hell out of that record. He's promoting the hell out of that record. Now, shit, it just, to me, popped up on the timeline as something viral. But one thing he keeps continuously doing is pushing that song. Don't give up on what it is that you're doing. You put out a song on a Friday, guess what? It's a billion other songs that's going up. That ain't got nothing to do with your path, though. Don't get discouraged. Don't let nobody tell you it's not gonna happen or it can't happen. Don't let nobody tell you, yo, what you need to do is you need to pay somebody to do this, down the third. You can take time and learn every single skill it is to push yourself independently. I just want to see y'all win. This is I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, you know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually will. Thank you to each and every one of y'all that's made me get over this 65,000. Catch you on the next one. Peace.